Well, folks, we hate to say that we told you so, but when it comes to Tiana's Bayou Adventure in Magic Kingdom, and sorry, soon coming to Disneyland, well, we told you so. The log flume is a disaster. The logs are not running. Delayed openings, evacuations. This is the kind of disaster that we all saw coming. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we endeavor to explain entertainment, keep you ahead of the culture curve, and by golly, we will let you know what's really going on when it comes to those theme parks, specifically down in Central Florida. But we don't limit it to that, and we are so happy to have the Queen of Florida with us today, Lorena Creole. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you so much for having me back, bro. I love being here.
Yes, and you are much more animated, as am I, than poor Tiana. Take a look at this. Dr. Grant Seeker right here with this post on X. And folks, as we get into this, click that like button. Supercharge this video. Here we go. Tiana could use a supercharging, it looks like. It says, Tiana's Bayou Adventure is down, and if you go on the railroad, you can catch the Tiana animatronic in T mode. No figures moving, just the screen's spooky stuff. We'll watch the video, folks. It's interesting to me. It's interesting to me, Lorena, that this scene that you can see through, this is the way it was on Splash Mountain as well. You could look through and see this is a Biddy Doodah scene, but they don't have a curtain, and so if this thing's gonna be broken all the time, they really do need a curtain. Let's play it now for folks to see what we're talking about.
Frontierland Station, everyone. So sit tight and hold those horses until you come to a complete stop.
So if this thing's not going to work, Lorena, and people are going to be able to see it through the railroad station, I just have this sense, of people putting clips online, TPM vids probably, of maintenance workers constantly in this area trying to fix things. What do you make of the fact that they don't have a B mode like they do in many of the other rides? Doesn't appear there's any way to hide this when it goes wrong.
I think it comes down to, again, a lack of forethought and planning of what's going to happen if this particular situation happens.
Absolutely. And Lorena, take a look at this. Things don't get better. Out of Blog Mickey by Mike. Remember, this is the site that told us that Tiana's Bayou Adventure is the downgrade that we needed. The necessary downgrade.
Necessary downgrade. I will never let them forget that.
Same author, Mike, says Tiana's Bayou Adventure experiencing delayed opening on second day of operation at Magic Kingdom. Mike, how's that necessary downgrade going? It says after nearly 4 hours. Okay, so this is nearly 1 p.m. Eastern on the second day that it's open to the public. Tiana's Bayou Adventure has started boarding guests. And it goes on to talk about what was going on. It says after a wonderful opening day, and no, we'll talk about that in a moment. It was not a wonderful opening day. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is experiencing a delayed opening on its second day of official operation at Magic Kingdom. The new water flume ride was experiencing issues throughout the preview period, and it looks like those issues may have extended into general public operation as well. Now, folks, we always knew that was going to happen because Disney added a brand new status to their My Disney Genie whatever app. When you have your programmers, your coders adding new statuses to handle that a ride is expected to be broken a lot, that's a good indicator that they're not real confident this thing can work. Take a look at this. Day 3, Lorena. Day 3, how's it going? Following the evacuation, yes, they had to evacuate the ride on day 3. Tiana's Bayou Adventure was drained. If you have a virtual queue or lightning lane, check the My Disney Experience app for updates. Folks, I hope you're not paying for this. Hope you're not paying for this because apparently Disney didn't pay for it because they didn't spend enough money to have the thing work. And the crazy thing, Lorena, is this is a ride that's just reskinned. It's just a reskinned ride. They are so incompetent. They broke a ride simply by putting plastic plants all over it. Lorena, help me make sense of this. What's going on?
Oh, it doesn't seem to make sense to me. If I put my engineer hat on, anytime that you are putting some kind of technological overlay over legacy technology, you always have to have this tight coupling about, well, what are the known legacy problems, so we can get ahead of them and mitigate them. With this, it seems like they just said, okay, let's just throw stuff in there and it should work. Oh, and on top of that, let's add some technology in there so that the certain animatronics don't work until the log flume gets close enough to trip it and work.
Oh, it's
But
tripping it all right.
that's
Oh,
not
it's
always
tripping
working.
it. Yes, definitely tripping it. There's no doubt about it that it's being tripped. So Lorena, you were there for the first day of operation, and we have heard that Disney got a little bit lucky with that first day. That perhaps when there was downtime due to weather, that gave them a chance to spruce it back up and keep it running for the first day, even though it was delayed for weather. So, talk to us about the first day, Lorena. What was your experience with Tiana's Bayou Adventure on day one, opening to the public?
Okay, well, to catch people up, I have been on this attraction 3 times with a cast member preview and twice as an annual pass holder. Tried to get a virtual queue right at 7 a.m. Was not successful in getting one. Sold out, I think, like within like milliseconds. Went down for the first day, and when I got there, the weather was kind of threatening. The boat seemed to be working. I'm like, oh, okay, this seems to be all right. And then I heard not too long after that, the whole thing went down. And then the monsoon rains came in. So lots of disappointed folks who did not get a chance to ride this particular attraction.
Well, we can see here, Lorena, that they actually had to bring in the fire department. I think that their shirts still say RCID. That's funny to me.
Yeah, they do.
But
Oh,
guess
man.
Tiana's Bayou Adventure on third day of operation. After a really rough operating day yesterday, that would have been 2 days ago, folks, struggles continue for Walt Disney World's newest ride at Magic Kingdom, which again isn't really a new ride. That's what's amazing, that they actually broke this thing just by putting new things on it. The ride officially opened to the public on June 28th, had a wonderful day of operations. You get the idea. Today, the ride was operational for about 60 minutes. So they were up for an hour, folks, up for an hour before experiencing downtime, requiring a full evacuation of guests on the ride. Unfortunately, it looks like the ride is continuing to experience reliability issues. It says that Blog Mickey first flagged the reliability issues early on, back when they said it was a necessary downgrade. You'll enjoy your evacs. This may be one of those things where TPM Vids is even saying, we don't need any more videos of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Don't send those. We've got enough. Tiana's Bayou Adventure averaged more than 4 hours of downtime per day during the annual pass holder previews. To be clear, the ride shouldn't be breaking down as much as it is. Thank you for that. We were confused. And we wish that Walt Disney World and Imagineers would have addressed reliability issues before opening the ride to the public. But that's not what they did. They opened this broken. They knew it was going to be broken. That's why they changed that status in the app, where now it'll say boarding is paused. They never had that planned before. RCFD, by the way, is what it says. Reedy Creek Fire Department. Have to change that to Siftod Fire Department soon. I don't know if they will or not, but you can see not going swell for the House of Mouse when it comes to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This is just no bueno, I would say. But you know what, Lorena? We've been saying this for a while. Take a look at this tweet by Jonas J. Campbell. It says, Tiana's Bayou Adventure is currently running with guests, but with no water on the big drop. I never thought I'd see that happen. And this was back on June 4th. And so we've been covering this. People get angry for us covering this. And it's like, every day at Walt Disney World, somebody sells a cup of coffee. And you know what? We don't cover that because it's not news. Why do we cover the Acolyte? Why do we cover Tiana's Bayou Adventure? Because they're broken, and that's news. And because it keeps happening, and that's news. Sorry, we can't cover every single day, every good thing that happens, because the news is that this thing that's supposed to work and is brand new doesn't work. Same thing with the Acolyte, same thing with all the other stuff we can cover. And we cover Inside Out too when it breaks records. That's great for Disney. But this is not great for Disney. Lorena, if you had to make a guess, how long do you think it will be before this attraction switches off virtual queue and goes to just a standard standby line? Do you think that this is a way for them to hide the wait time by using a virtual queue?
Yeah, I don't think this is ever going to get off a virtual queue. Tron isn't off of a virtual queue yet.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a really good point.
Uh, Cosmic
Guardians.
Rewind is
Yeah.
not off of a virtual queue yet. So my question is, I'm just like, what makes me believe that you're going to get this off of a virtual queue? The only way that I can even see you possibly doing that is if the ride was operating successfully, continuously, with a couple of hiccups, here and there. But this ride has had the lowest amount of uptime that I've ever seen. Again, we did not have this problem with Cosmic Rewind. We did not have this problem with Tron. We have this problem with Splash Mountain, which is one of, well, now it's Tiana's Busted Bayou Adventure, one of the most popular attractions, a water attraction when it's 105 degrees with the heat index in Florida. So obviously people want to ride this. And not only that, how expensive tickets are to get into the parks in the first place. So I know we have some pixie dusters out there who are just like, why do you just cover stuff that's negative? Okay, there's people who have put money out, people who have paid thousands of dollars to fly and to get
Thousands.
there.
Good point, Lorena. Thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars. Who knows how long it may have taken certain families to scrimp and save and, cut back on things just so they can have this memorable family trip, and they get there and this is what they get? I don't think so. No.
Right, we're going to cover it. We're going to cover it. And, if you're planning a vacay because you wanted to see this ride, we can't recommend that you go through with that because there's no guarantee that you're going to get to enjoy said ride. And that's a real shame. Even though we have said so many times, Lorena, this is a bad idea. Don't do this. This makes no sense. You are turning a bayou into a mountain, and that's like trying to base Big Thunder Mountain Railroad on Kansas. There are no things that look like Big Thunder Mountain Railroad in Kansas, and there are no things in Louisiana that look like this. Even though we've said all that, even though we've given every reason to work, we still want it to work because there are little girls and little boys who want to ride this ride, and we're not so nefarious as to hope that they can't ride this attraction. So we want it. We want the thing to work, and I think we're right to point it out. And I think if there are pixie dusters and vloggers and bloggers and the cupcake chasers, if they're saying, yeah, well, this is to be expected, and you really shouldn't be complaining about it. You guys are focused on this too much. It's like, no, and no. Because if we don't put the light on this, they won't fix it. Because it's open. They knew they had problems. They didn't fix it. So if everybody just says that this is the new norm and we've got to accept it, do you think they'll fix it? No. So we're going to continue to highlight this. This is dumb. It's as dumb as not having a backup B mode when your high-tech animatronics right next to water fail. And we always knew they would fail because they're right next to water in a high humidity building. Good grief.
Yes. Florida is not California, people.
Well, that needs to be preached over and over and over to Imagineers. The current crop of WDI. Lorena, have you been over to Epcot? Have you dealt with the Encanto area and how hot that is?
I haven't specifically been to the Encanto area, but I do know that when they opened that whole area up, my major concern was the lack of shade and all that hot asphalt and what that was going to do to people. At least back in the day with the original Communicore, there was shade, for you to go to. There, it's all out in the open, which makes zero sense in blistering Florida heat and humidity. Yeah,
these people are designing as if it's going to be 75 and zero humidity. That's what they're designing for. And it's like, it's like building in Norway and not accounting for snow. I mean, you just got to be obtuse at that point. But anyway, I think we are seeing a dramatic change in the quality of Disney Imagineering. I think we've seen a dramatic change in the quality of content they put out. I mean, the Polynesian Tower, for example, this idea that it's going to be this giant Marriott-looking thing on the Seven Seas Lagoon. Yes, so I think this is just an entire company that has gone bereft of fanciful ideas. They're turning into something that looks like just sterility. And Tiana's Bayou Adventure certainly looks sterile with no guests riding on it. All right, Lorena, I'm going to ask you, how long do you think it will actually be before this ride works, if ever?
Oh my gosh. This ride probably won't be working reliably until, yeah, and I'll put money on this. Probably not until the winter.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. February. I bet they take this thing down in January.
Yeah.
Maybe December. Oh, I don't know. They're going to take it down. I bet they're going to take it down for a multi-month. Folks, this is not a rumor. This is not a scoop. This is speculation. Okay, fully on speculation here. They got to take this thing down in the winter when people don't want to ride it because they don't want to get wet. They got to do like a multi-month, spend some more millions to fix this. This just can't be.
You know, there's just so much that is going wrong with this, and not with just like the features breaking down. You will get log jams that will back up, and they're forcibly striking the other vehicles in front. So, not to speculate, but don't be surprised if someone decides to contact Morgan & Morgan. I'm just saying.
Do you think, Lorena, they're regretting these decisions yet, or do you think that it's just, who cares?
I think they're putting their head in the sand and like on to the next thing. We're Disney. We got people's money now. They don't want to get, they don't want to have FOMO. They've got a ton of merchandise out there that they're pushing. And the merchandise is actually better than the attraction, frankly.
Have you tried the hot sauce yet?
I have not tried the hot sauce yet, but I have tried the Cajun sweet and hot peanuts, which actually are really good. Overpriced, of course, but they're good.
What are they? What's the price on the peanuts?
I think it's like $6.
Okay, I can go for $6.
Like
I mean, that's overpriced,
yeah.
but I'll go for $6.
Yeah, so it's like it's not bad.
Yeah, it's half the price of a balloon. All right, so here's, I guess, the final question I have, Lorena. This is really something I think Disney has to think about. Disneyland version going to open up later this year, supposedly. If I'm looking at what's going on at Disney World and I'm seeing that this ride can't function, I'm probably going to delay the opening of Disneyland to get it right, because the locals in Anaheim are not going to be happy. The SoCal crew that supports Disneyland, they're going to be none too pleased if the Disneyland version has 4+ hours of downtime every day because it's so poorly made. Do you think we'll get a delay on the Disneyland version to fix it, or do you think they're just going to push ahead regardless and say, you know what, 2 broken versions. Enjoy it, West and East Coast. Enjoy it.
Oh man, if I go by the hubris of Disney right now, they'll go right on ahead. They will plow full steam ahead and throw it in there.
Well, there you go, folks. You heard it from Lorena Creole. Sounds like Disney's going right back into the briar patch, and they are not a savvy bunny. Nah, they are a mouse in distress, and we'll be watching their stock today to see how that goes. I think, folks, not sure, but I think that the attendance at Disney World is going to have a dramatically bigger impact on the stock than people might have thought otherwise. Now, I'm not telling you it's going to make the stock go up or down or any of that. No prognostication here. Just saying, I think attendance is a big deal. Do not buy, do not sell, do not do anything based on what I tell you. I just think Disney World attendance might be a shocking number soon. Just saying. All right, something that's shocking, folks, for all of you out there, as if you are not yet subscribed to Lorena Creole, you should be shocked. You should be dismayed. Fix it, and then you'll be having a heck of a day as you tune in to all of the great theme park content. Lorena, what do you have coming up next on your channel?
Well, I'm going to be streaming live from the Magic Kingdom this evening. Going to see what's going on with Tiana's busted boat ride adventure.
Lorena, will you just go fix it for them, please? Don't go look at it. Just hold your hand up and be like, engineer here. I'll take care of this. You clearly have no idea what you're doing. I'm going to go look at it. I'll send you duct tape if you need.
For a price. Yeah, all I need is some duct tape and some WD-40 and some what's that, rain seal put on there instead. But yeah, we'll be over there checking out the Critter Co-op, which coincidentally has open, and go to one of the resorts to watch the fireworks. This is the third resort location where I'm showing you guys where to watch the fireworks without getting stuck in the mosh pit at the Walt Disney World Resort.
And Lorena, any Independence Day plans for your channel?
Yes. So on the 3rd, we will be watching the fireworks from inside the Magic Kingdom. On the 4th, not watching the fireworks, but we are going to be out there hanging out in Liberty Square, checking out what the crowd levels are, kind of like what's going on for that day, because July 4th fireworks, no, I'm not anywhere near the Magic Kingdom when that happens.
Well, we'll see how it goes with crowd levels. Some people may be deciding the same thing as you and saying, nope, I'm going to take a pass. But folks, one thing you should not do is take a pass on the coverage coming out of Lorena's channel on that July 3rd stream. Make sure you go check it out. The fireworks are really cool, and she'll have it live for you. Also, folks, we want to thank you for your support of Vacation Radio. Make sure you are over there, subscribed, and enjoying it for lots of positive original music, all created straight out of the studio right here in somewhere sunny USA. All right, folks, we hope you have a great day today. Like, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms, hit the notification bell, drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts, and on your way out the door, don't forget to keep learning, to keep growing, and to keep having fun.
You'd better hang on to your feathers, little bird.
What are you listening to?
They need to put you in the show.
What? Jose, what are you listening to? You don't even have ears.
Vacation Radio 24/7. Original music on YouTube.
Huh?
Vacation Radio. WDW Pro Music Channel.
I have no idea what you're saying. But if you want to be listening to music, you should head over to Vacation Radio 24/7 on YouTube. One of the 100 other channels WDW Pro's been working on. Oh, and I have a song for you, Jose. Jose Cowabunga. He is Jose Cowabunga.
He's Jose.
That one seems a little bit foreign to you.